So now let's take a look at the Cal Green affirmation. Okay, same information in the header, but for Cal Green, same information on your proposal, same. And now we're just saying that we're going to meet Title 24 Cal Green Code for non-residential properties. So look, you're not required to meet any of these things because it's a small residential property. What you're telling the planners is that you are going to do your best to follow the good guidance of the non-residential properties. Okay? And so you can go through there and find a large number of sections from the code that you plan to apply. And here's the code. So let's look through here and make sure that you're going to be doing that. Okay, are you going to plan everything? Yes. Are you going to put them on construction documents? Yes. Are you going to submit this document here? Yes. Okay. Are you going to meet the mandatory ones? As much as they apply, you don't have to worry about this one, and you don't have to worry about this one. Okay. Waste diversion. That one's important. Say you're going to do that for sure, because that's about where does your demolition and your waste go while you're constructing and after you're constructing. Initial tenant improvements, you don't really need much about that. Stormwater pollution, for sure you're going to do this, except you're on more than 1 acre of land. So you're going to do that one, and you're going to do your BMPs. See, so you can see a lot of these are here. How about bicycle parking? That's usually in a residential area, just kind of like left up to the people, but you might want to create a nice bicycle parking area for them. So you might do something in the bicycle parking area. You might want to make sure that there's an EV charging station on these buildings. Now, these all cost extra money, but they're things that you might want to try to make sure that you can do. Okay, you can imagine that having an EV charging pod inside the garage would be a great thing. Grading and paving, yes, you want to make sure that it's moving away from the building. Okay, and yes, you want to meet or exceed the energy code. And submetering is a great idea. Again, it costs a little bit more money, so these are some of those things that you have to wrestle with as you're looking at the size of what you're doing, your cost per square foot. But submetering can be really important. You should have maybe a meter on your air conditioner versus your kitchen versus the rest of your house so that you can be controlling it. You do want to use good plumbing fixtures, shower heads, things like that. So these are all typical of what you would be putting in anyway, we hope. Outdoor potable water use. You want to avoid that if you can. You don't want to be using your drinking water for landscaping if you can help it. So this is an important one. Landscape plans, like this one you definitely want. Landscape designer, licensed landscape architect. Okay, you might say that your original landscaping is going to be done by these people. So this is more about landscaping. Okay, a lot of good landscaping stuff. Hydro seeding, recycled water supply systems. Are you going to put some in? Gray water is a great thing to put into the design of these buildings, and that is not expensive. Weather protection, that's a good thing. Disposal and recycling, you need to have a plan and a way of doing that if you design that into the buildings to begin with. Now realize all of these cost more money, and so you're battling to do this within the realm of the 75% of median price. So this is saying, though, that you have this goal and this design and this opportunity to do this, of what you're going to be doing. Recycling by occupants, testing and adjusting the building to make sure that it's working right, fireplaces and wood stoves. Lots of these things are in here. Pollutant control, covering ducts and openings, that's a great thing. Finished material pollution control, adhesives and sealants and caulks, that's a big one, especially in residential. All of these you can review and determine that you will make an effort to meet them or not. Okay, they all cost more money. So whereas you might have been planning on $150 per square foot, this might drive you up to $160 or $170 per square foot. Okay, but these are those planning documents that let the planners know what you're going to be thinking of in the design of these buildings. And, if it doesn't come out that way, it doesn't. But when you put it down, it's going to be much easier for you to be able to do it. So these are all really, really good. Acoustic control, that's a really important one. Exterior noise transmission, site features for that. Outdoor air quality. You don't need a lot of that. A lot of these ones don't apply to you, but you might have some of this stuff in here. Okay, VOC limits. That one's a really important one to try to maintain. Same with formaldehyde limits. So this is a really great document for you to go through and just check mark what you're going to plan to do. Okay, so that's what your green building one goes by.